Hello there and welcome back to That Handicapping Show, sponsored by TVG. I'm Jason Chandler, he's Tom LaMarra, and this week's featured race is the Peter Pan Stakes from Belmont Park. It's a 1.125 miles, one-turn 1.125 miles at Belmont, and it's the local prep for the Belmont Stakes, which is a month away. Before we get into the Peter Pan, Tom, let's give a quick review of the Kentucky Derby, which obviously was an exciting race. I'll have another running down Bodemeister in the final yards to win. What were your impressions of the race?
The race was a major letdown for me anyway. I did not pick the winner. Credit for those who did. But the race just never shaped up as I thought. I think a lot of good horses were up the track in that race. A few made late runs. Of course, we picked Union Rags. And, just completely knocked out at the start. That's unfortunate. I think we'll be vindicated on that horse in short order, but really I just expected a lot more out of the race.
Yeah, Bodemeister I thought ran huge. It was a speed favoring track. Baffert had a plan to get to the lead and it worked, and had Smith slowed things down in that second quarter, I think he would have won. I also will say I thought the third, fourth, and fifth place finishers all ran huge races.
They did.
Dullahan went the day well, and Creative Calls were all very wide, and all three of those horses ran well in defeat. And I hope all of them come back for the Preakness, because I think it'll make the Preakness a really good race. They're expecting a full field.
Yeah.
We can talk about that next week. Let's move on to the race this week, the Peter Pan. It drew a field of 12. And the morning line favorite is Mark Valeski. As you know, he was withdrawn from the Derby. He had enough earnings to get in. Larry Jones thought he needed a couple more weeks. It was probably a good decision. The Lumber Guy is the second choice. He'll be the pace setter from post 2. He won the Jerome in wire fashion, fifth in the Wood before that. Other ways to go, but I think you like Mark Valeski.
I do, and like you noted, 1-turn 1.125 miles, it's very unusual. It's not a sprint, but speed really helps in these races. And, I think he's got that. He had a good work at Churchill Downs before he said, we're not going on the Derby. Yeah. And then he went to Belmont and had an even better work. So I really like that. I don't know if he'll be the favorite, maybe.
He's morning line favorite, yeah.
I like him because he's got that tactical speed and he can come from off the pace. And just real quick, I would play him top and bottom, which is what the plan is right now, with 4 horses. Hakama, Master Rick, the Lumber Guy, and Summerfront, who you're going to talk about.
Yeah, I like Summerfront in here. He was bet down to the favorite in the Lexington Stakes. Ran really well in his season debut. That was on poly track. It was his first time on a surface other than turf. He was undefeated as a juvenile. I thought that was a great comeback race. He's by Warfront out of an El Prado mare, so obviously he's bred for turf. But Christophe Clement would not be giving this horse, I think, a try on dirt this early in his career if he didn't think he could handle it. He's worked all winter on the dirt at Payson, and he had a really good work at Belmont this week.
He did, yes.
I think the horse could be a star, and I think with Ramon on him, Ramon won this race last year with Alternation, and obviously he owns Belmont Park. I think that's a pretty good play. He might even go off as the favorite. I think he was bet way down in the Lexington, but
he was the favorite in the Lexington.
Yeah. So anyway, it's a good race. It's a full field, and it's a good filler in between the Preakness. So be back next week for the Preakness. And thanks to Briss for the PPs. Thanks to TVG as our sponsor. For Tom, I'm Jason. Good day and good racing.